Hey guys, it's Nevada. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a really long time since I've done anything makeup related, so I wanted to sit down and just have some fun, throw on some makeup. There's a few products that are new to me and I want to try them out. Of course, they're all cruelty free. I also thought that I would maybe answer some of the assumptions questions that you guys sent me on Instagram. I don't want to make it like a dedicated assumptions tag video because I had posted that on Instagram like a month or two ago and then I never got to making it, but I have some questions that are still saved on my phone, so I'll just like ask them as always. They will be in the description box down below, time-stamped. I know that you guys love that and I'm happy to do it. Let's just get right into it. So I'm going to be using a moisturizer. This is actually from EvenPrime. EvenPrime is a company from California, but I think their founders, or one of their founders, is Asian, and so they're pulling in like Korean skincare trends. The key to my heart is that they are cruelty-free, and then also their packaging is very eco-friendly. I'm just going to be adding some carrot seed oil to the moisturizer just because I'm probably going to be out and about. Obviously, sunscreen, or at least UV protectant, is very important. I've been using this moisturizer for a few days now, and I mean, I love it. I feel like it's very lightweight, which is great in the hot weather, the summer days. I've been noticing that with the heat, I'm starting to get oilier than I ever have before, so I still use my, oil serums and things like that and my DIY oil, but I'm just cutting back a little bit. And then nighttime, I always go in with my DIY oil and like really let that soak in overnight. My Drunk Elephant eye cream. Alright, let's do some of these questions. You grew up with a lot of desi friends. That's actually very true. There was a bunch of families that were just my childhood friends. So up until middle school, high school, those were the people that I was always hanging out with. And then I want to say high school, I met a new group of friends, also desi, but they were more of like, that's when I got into like partying and all of that kind of stuff, but still very desi. And then I went to Rutgers, so I was very much a big part of Browntown. So again, all desi friends. I don't like saying desi for some reason. I've been around Indian people, North and South Indians, my entire life up until vet school. Vet school was such a culture shock to me because it was primarily white. I just felt like a little bit like I didn't belong. It was definitely very different from coming from somewhere like Rutgers where 9 out of 10 people are Indian. I'm gonna start with my eyes. So this is just the Carity eyeshadow primer. I love that this comes on a doe foot applicator. It makes it so easy to apply. The eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is called Goddess by AlterEgo. Guys, this thing is $16. It is cruelty-free, and I have a code. Of course, this is not sponsored, but I have a code that gets you 10% off, and everything on their website is free shipping over $25. A lot of you are like me, and we don't do eyeshadow that often, so it kind of doesn't make sense to be spending $40, $30 on an eyeshadow palette. So this guy has a lot of good blending colors and some out of the box, more vibrant colors. So I'm going in with the color Iris and just blending that into my crease. Next question, or next assumption, is you miss India a lot. I do. I haven't been to India since 2015. It was such a short trip because we tried to combine it with a Europe trip, so we only spent 4 days, I think, just to do some shopping, meet family. I would love to go back. I feel like it's definitely not going to happen this year given my work schedule. The goal is to go next year, so 2020 I'm coming, India. Especially South India, there's just so many places I want to see, and I also want to travel a little bit. I want to go to Udaipur and see the animal sanctuary, the Animal Aid Unlimited. I want to work there, to be honest, maybe spend a few months and work there, but we'll see. Alright, next assumption is your parents aren't very strict. They are not anymore, but again, I'm 26, so there's not much to be strict about. They were very strict when I was growing up. Elementary school and middle school, they were the most strict. And I think that's also because they were, immigrants, first generation, or I was first generation, so there was a lot of cultural barriers that they weren't ready to let go of just yet. And I was young, so they obviously wanted me to listen, so there was a lot of things I wasn't allowed to do, despite them being strict about certain things. As I grew up, so once I became a teenager and I started being a little bit more rebellious, there was never the disconnect in our relationship where I had to hide things for them. I mean, of course, there were a few things I hid There was a little bit of sneaking around when I was maybe starting to be rebellious, but eventually we were very honest with each other. That's all it took for my parents. They were open enough to just have it be a conversation for them to start accepting more things or being okay with certain things. I agree that my parents aren't very strict, especially in comparison to maybe other people's parents, but we definitely had a rough start in the beginning, and then my parents got more used to everything and open to everything here. And obviously my brother is older than me, so that helped with creating a path for me, I guess. I'm going to take a darker brown and apply it to the outer V. You don't have a boyfriend because you think it will interfere with your studying in vet school. So yeah, these questions are from, or these assumptions are from like near the end of vet school. That assumption is wrong. I didn't have a boyfriend not because I thought it would interfere with studying by any means. I didn't have a boyfriend because I went on a bunch of dates and nothing really fit for me, so yeah, I just didn't like anyone. You're crazy good at time management with school and life and don't have lazy days. So all of this school stuff, I'm just gonna pretend we're talking about work now because that's where I'm at. That assumption is, funnily enough, wrong. I'm just deciding what color I want to use because I can't decide. I think I want to do something very neutral or, you know, gold toned on my lids because I always do that, and then use one of these blues to line my lower lash line. I just can't figure out which color I want. I'm gonna go with Cassandra because this looks very unique. I think I'm getting sick. Ooh, did you see that? That is gorgeous. Holy. Oh my god. Guys, this palette is $16. Oh my god. Okay, so where was I? Time management, don't have lazy days. That is the farthest from the truth. I try very hard to be good at time management. I have schedules, I write everything down, I have checklists, this and that, but I have so many more lazy days than I have productive days, it's not even funny. There definitely were times that I was, you know, doing it all. I remember a few months ago, I was on like a wake up at 5 a.m. schedule and was just so productive in the morning when I had to study for the NAVLE. I'll be honest, I feel like I can't even imagine doing that now. That just goes to show that like whatever I'm putting out on YouTube isn't always as realistic as it is. I mean, I have many lazy days and I'm not good at time management, so perfection should not be the goal. You should just always try to be a little bit better than you were before. Just work on improvement. You're a girl who really cares for animals and love them with all your heart. I mean, yes, that is true. That is 200% true. My heart is so full when it comes to animals. I don't know why, I don't know where this came from, but I have this like ridiculous amount of love for animals, all animals. I want nothing but the best. Alright, gonna line my eyes real quick. This is the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. Did she vaccinate her child? Where are we with that? I like don't keep up with this beauty drama. I hope she did. You are very frugal in a good way. I am very frugal, and unfortunately, I wouldn't say it's in a good way. Obviously, in terms of the environment and like being minimalist and things like that, yes, I try to be more conscious. Simply in terms of finances, I think I'm a little bit stingy. It's something I need to work on, and like I'm frugal in the most dumbest way possible. Like I'm always, what's the saying? Like penny smart, pound foolish or something. That's me to it. These are the most intense lashes ever, but whatever, they're already on. They took me forever. This is tea. If you've seen most of my recent makeup videos, which has been a while, I wear my concealer underneath my foundation now just because it's a little bit more natural. I don't want that huge brightening effect. Although, I guess it's funny to say natural with these lashes on. This is a little too light for me. This is the CoverGirl Medium Golden, but I mix it in with a little bit of the Pan Golden, and that makes it look a little bit better. That's it, and then I'm gonna set it with some powder. I have some Laura Mercier translucent powder. Do you guys see Django in the background? Hi, Django. Hi. We found this beautiful park near us, and we went on like an hour-long walk, and it was just full of grass, and there were like stones that we could climb on top of. It was great. So he is pooped. He is so tired. He's just gonna sleep for the rest of the day. Now he's like fully lateral. Do you see him? He's out. You're putting your career and dreams before dating. It kind of does seem like it. I feel like that's kind of where I've ended up. I don't mean to, but I mean, my dreams and goals career-wise are so specific, and they're very involved. It's not just like, they're very involved, that's what I'll say. So it's not that I'm putting my career first, it just ends up that it's so important that it just ends up being first. I don't know how I want to word this. It just happens to be that my career is coming first. That's not to say that I'm not putting an importance on dating. I definitely am. I'm just not really here for stupid dating or casual dating, and if it's not worth it for me, like, I'm not gonna do it. So I think I'm also just very picky, which, I don't know, could be a positive or a negative, but I'm very picky, so I think that was the most roundabout answer I could have given to that, but that's all you're getting. What's next? You want to be Indian on social media, which is not completely true. You're a troll. I don't know what you mean by that, but I want to be Indian on social media, yes, because I am Indian. And I like to be Indian focused on social media because it's one of the most amazing ways that I can share my culture with a large group of people, and I think that's fun. I think that's interesting. I haven't done this in a really long time, but I'm going to go in with my NYX Over the Taupe eyeshadow and deepen up this contour right here. Left-handed? Nope, I'm right-handed. You're an athlete and a singer? Nope. I am not an athlete. I very much dislike all sports except watching them. I do like going to the gym, but only to lift, nothing to do with running. I'm not a singer, so I did several years of Carnatic music. Was not a fan. In fact, all it did was made me realize that I like Bharatanatyam so much more, and that's why I kind of went with that instead. So I don't know how this is gonna look, but I really want to try on this blue color. I'm gonna go with the, I guess I'll do the solid color and then the shimmer on top of it. This pigment is so beautiful. It is so vibrant. And because I'm feeling really adventurous, I'm gonna put that shimmer, this blue shimmer on top, and see how that looks. Oh, it's so beautiful. Alright guys, last but not least, I'm going to finish off with my lips. So this is Nude Truffle by NYX. I'm going to line my lips. The next assumption is that it's difficult to be vegan. It is not. It's all about shopping well and also a little bit self-control, but once you put your mind to it, it's not hard at all. Especially now, if you are, in the States or in Europe or something like that, the vegan options that they have are ridiculous, and there are so many good substitutes, so I'm gonna go in with Strut by ColourPop. Kind of a pinky nude. It's a little bit more pink than I prefer, but we'll see. I think if we add some brown in, it'll be fine. You come from a Tambram, Tamil Brahmin background, and you wish you had a sister. Nope, I am not Brahmin. And, I never really thought about if I wanted another sibling or a different type of sibling. I love my brother so much. I honestly don't think I would get along very well with a sister, so I think me and my brother are perfect. I never grew up wishing I had a sister or anything like that. So, this is the final look. I had a lot of fun creating it. I want to be fun and throw on a matching botte. This one goes. I like that. I think I'll do some pictures with both. Alright guys, so that is the makeup look. I hope that you guys liked it. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment down below, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.